Welcome back, guys. So here is the aftermath of that battle, and we basically had about $1 billion worth of cash on each side. I didn't plan on that, but that's just how it worked out. So I haven't added up each individual one exactly because they've all got quite a variety of costs. There's no way I'm going to do that with 400 ships or however many they've got. But it's approximately 1 billion each. And as you can see, we sunk 200 and we only lost one ship, and that was to an ammo debt from a torpedo. So, I mean, the plan was, see how good this 1906 ship was, and then compare it with the more modern ships, but I mean, it's going to be difficult to compare when this ship was so dominant in the first place. So I think I'm going to have to advance the time another 10 years or so to 1940, just so this 1906 ship isn't completely OP. So looks like we've got a battle here. So what I'll do is I'll play this battle just to demonstrate how good the ship is. So obviously I didn't show the last battle because the frame rate was not good enough to warrant viewing. So I'll just demonstrate with this battle just how good this Battleship 2 hull is. I mean, it is ridiculous that a refitted Battleship 2 hull can take on a 1930s fleet of the AIs, but that's how it is, unfortunately. So obviously I've only got 16 knots, so they can just retreat if they want. There's nothing I can do about it. But if they do stay and fight, then they will die. So when you're using such a huge amount of battleships, you've got two options really. Just lead with one ship, set everyone else to follow that one ship, but leave the avoid ships button turned on so they spread out a little bit. Or tell all these to screen the lead ship that you're controlling. That way they'll spread out a lot more, but they'll be a little bit uncontrollable in the sense of they'll turn a lot, and so their accuracy will be a lot worse. So this is the best system for accuracy, but it also makes you vulnerable to enemy fire. So you're vulnerable to collateral fire. Say if an enemy's trying to shoot this ship and they're over here, they'll hit all of these ships. You're also vulnerable to mass torpedoes, so this wouldn't particularly work if the enemy had oxygen torpedoes. They just annihilate you from a distance. But until they get oxygen torpedoes, this system works really well, to be fair. So yeah, this is just the 1906 ship. So it's it only costs 15 million, and yeah, it's really good. It's really good. 12.9-inch Mark III guns with triple barrels, so we've got 6 barrels on each one, and it only comes in at 15.6 million. So it's dirt cheap. It's got a shitload of secondary guns as well, so you got 5 7.9 inches on each side. You got 7 at 4.1 inches on each side as well. So yeah, it just demolishes everything really. Anything that comes towards you just dies pretty much instantly. Obviously we've got far too many ships for this particular battle. But in the last battle, they had 1 billion worth of ships and I've got 1 billion worth of ships, so it was as close a fight as you could get a Doomstack fight, and yeah, we killed 200 of their ships and lost one to an ammo depth. So they're using HE and not getting any pens, so you might, if this happens, you might be better off taking them off auto, putting them onto AP yourself, just to see if you get any pens. If you don't, you can just, oh well, too late now, they're already dead, extensive fire. But there's always that option to do that. And then obviously you can put them back onto auto or HE once they've finished shooting at the battleships. So if you were being meticulous about this, you'd shoot these, you'd manually aim at these ships because they're going to come in and torpedo me. But obviously I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered if I lose a ship or two. But yeah, that's what you would do if you're playing seriously. I'm just testing at the moment though, so I'm not really bothered about losses. So as you can see, pretty much anything you start shooting at dies within a couple of seconds. This ship doesn't require this amount of ships to be good. You know, like, you don't need to take these many ships for it to be a good ship. Obviously, if I only took a tenth of the amount, then you'd still get good success with them. It'd just take a bit longer to kill each ship, but you'd still absolutely annihilate ships of the same tech level. So at the moment I'm 34 years, is it 33 years behind? So this ship is 33 years old. And as you can see, even at 33 years old, it still easily holds its own. Well, I think that'll do for this battle. So I think what I'm going to do is advance the time another 10 years, just give them another 10 years tech advantage. Just so we can compare this ship to the more modern ones that are built. Because at the moment, it's impossible to compare when this ship is just annihilating them anyway. You actually want this to become not quite good enough and then see which one of these is better. So yeah. I'll advance to 1940 off camera, and then we'll pick up and hopefully find a battle where they've actually got a chance of competing. So yeah, I'll see you in 10 years time. Take care.